Today, only around 98 days are left for NEET 2026, and most students think this is the time to push harder. And here's the uncomfortable truth. At 98 days left, studying more don't decide your rank anymore. Your mistakes do. Your panic does. Your wrong decisions do. In the next 3 months, NEET will not reward the most hardworking student. It will reward the most stable one. And if you don't know what actually matters now, these 98 days can quietly erase 2 years of effort. Let's talk about what really decides your result from here. Hi everybody, I am Sri Rohit and welcome to Mentora. This channel is not about motivation, not about last minute tricks, and definitely not about selling hope. Here we break down what actually works in medical education with logic, data, and clarity. If you're a NEET 2026 aspirant or a parent watching your child struggle silently, this video is not about studying more. It's about studying right in the final stretch. And before we go ahead, subscribing to this channel is free for you, but it helps keep honest, no nonsense guidance alive for students who don't have insider access. Now let's talk about the only question that matters today. What should you focus on when just 98 days are left? At 98 days before NEET, your rank will not change because of motivation. It will change because of what you stop doing. This is the phase where most students panic, start everything at once. New books, new teachers, new strategies. But at this stage, your syllabus isn't empty. Your problem isn't ignorance. Your problem is instability. Every unnecessary restart costs recall speed. Every strategy switch will kill confidence. And only confidence, not content, decides your final score in the last 3 months. So the first truth of 98-day window is simple. NEET is now less about learning new things and more about not undoing what you already know. Now here's something most students don't understand. The last 98 days feel harder, not because the syllabus suddenly became tougher, but because your margin for errors disappears. Earlier you could afford a bad test, a weak chapter, a few careless mistakes, but now you cannot. At this stage, NEET doesn't reward extra effort. It punishes avoidable mistakes. Most of those students' mistakes come from just 3 places. First, poor revision cycles. You read chapters but don't revisit them fast enough to convert memory into recall. Second, test anxiety. Not fear of NEET, fear of seeing your score stagnate. And third, comparison. You don't lose confidence because of your marks. You lose confidence because of someone else's screenshot. That's why the last 98 days feel mentally heavier. Even if your preparation is objectively better than before, but here's the key insight most toppers realize late. Your rank will now improve more by reducing mistakes than by adding new chapters. This phase is not about expansion, it's about consolidation. And once you accept that shift, NEET stops feeling like a countdown to disaster and starts feeling like a process you can control. Now let's be very clear about something. In the last 98 days, your rank will not change because you studied more. It will change because you studied smarter. At this stage, 3 things move ranks and almost nothing else. First, error elimination. Every NEET paper punishes the same mistake. Silly calculation errors, misreading questions, weak recall of high weight concepts. If you reduce just 5 avoidable mistakes per test, your score jumps by 20 to 25 marks without learning anything new. Second, high yield depth, not full syllabus panic. This is not the time to chase untouched chapters randomly. It's the time to master NCERT lines that get repeated, concepts you already half known, PYQs that keep appearing in disguise. NEET rewards familiarity, not novelty. And third, exam day conditioning. Your brain must get used to sitting for 3 hours, making decisions under pressure, letting go of doubtful questions. Students don't lose marks because they don't know answers. They lose marks because they don't know when to stop attempting. So remember this, the last 98 days are not about becoming a new student. They're about becoming a more controlled version of the student you already are. Let me leave you with the most important truth about the next 98 days. NEET is not won by panic. It is won by control. Right now, your biggest enemy is not competition. It's confusion. Confusion about what to study, confusion about how much is enough, confusion created by YouTube noise, Telegram predictions, and rank calculators. The students who improve in the last 98 days are not the ones doing everything. They are the ones who revise what they already know analyze every mock honesty, protect their confidence fiercely. You don't need a miracle strategy. You need a repeatable system. One mock, one analysis, one correction every single day. If you do that, your rank will move. Maybe not dramatically, but enough to change outcomes. And finally, understand this. NEET doesn't ask, how hard did you work for 2 years? It asks, how well you think for 3 hours. So if you're still in the race today, you're not late. You're exactly where you need to be. Stay disciplined, stay selective, and stay calm. This channel exists for students who don't want motivation. They want clarity. If this video helped you, cut through the noise. Share it with someone who's panicking right now. Subscribing doesn't give us numbers. It keeps this kind of honest, pressure free guidance alive for students who are trying quietly. Stay aware, stay prepared. Because in competitive exams, clarity isn't confidence, it's control. All the best. Jai Hind.